Hello, friends. How is your heart today? I hope you're doing well. I'm out in the woods today. It's a beautiful October day, and I just decided to hike back to the woods. I always wear a bright colored shirt, usually pink, sometimes orange, just in case anyone might be back here, but hopefully not. There hasn't been. But I always, entering the woods, just, say hello and talk to all the animals and squirrels and say, I'm here, and have a little call, kind of like an owl call, and tell them, ask them permission. Is it all right for me to enter? I just feel that's the woods and the forest is a very sacred space. And I just love coming out here so much and clearing my head and enjoying this magical place. So I do honor and respect coming out here. And last time I was on, it was a few days ago. It was my 30-year anniversary, and we were going to my son's last senior home game of soccer. And we've been doing that for 10 years with our three boys, and totally enjoyed it. And it was really something. Over the field, we were, it was an evening game, and there was a beautiful double rainbow that appeared. It had been a little bit sunny and stormy, and a magical double rainbow appeared, and it was something. All the years I've not seen that right over the field as they were playing. So I got some good pictures, and that was good. Things never go as expected. We were all a little bit emotional about this final game. And, it was my anniversary, and wow, and the team really wasn't probably as good as our team. And so we knew we would probably win. And that's great. However, my son went to take a shot, and the other team player came down on his ankle that has been injured before. And so he went down and might have a sprained ankle, and that was kind of a bummer. And he came off the field after the game and was, very upset that the game ended that way. And he's in a boot now, and hopefully will be healed up for sectionals. But you can just never expect things to go exactly like, oh, it's the last game, we're gonna win. And then here he comes off with a sprained ankle, and he didn't let it get him down for too long, and he's okay. He's working with the trainer at school. But you just never know how things are gonna go. And my daughter took him home, and my husband and I actually did go out to dinner and had a nice dinner and just celebrated us 30 years. And we just made that little time for us to grab dinner after the game. It wasn't late. And I told them it was our 30 year, and she's like, oh, you get a free dessert. So I chose the peanut butter pie, which was very good, very rich and decadent. And I love chocolate and peanut butter. So and he loves the creme brulee, but we had gotten that last time. So I said it was my turn to pick. And so that's all right. But I wanted to go back to this game a little bit. And what I really noticed that night was the grandmothers. All these years that we've been going to our son's soccer games, we have gotten to know some amazing grandmothers. They come, they'll buy the nachos and the, raffle tickets for Cancer Awareness Night, whatever we're doing, they are hyping it up. They're part of it. They're on the stands. And we've got Rhonda, we've got Barbara, my mom, Ann, and they've all kind of gotten to know each other. And they just so look forward to coming to their grandson's games and, seeing them playing. But it's more what's going on the bleachers. I've told that to my kids. I said, all these years that you're doing this on the field, the hours and hours and hours of games, we've built a community of friends, of parents and grandparents, but the grandmothers the other night it just really captured my heart. And I am going to miss some of these grandmothers so much. Even one, this very outgoing, very, I don't know, extroverted and kind of funny grandmother, Rhonda. She got up and she's to my husband and I and my mom and my daughter. She's like, I'm going to miss the Keels. And wow, what are we going to do without you? And, you know, we've been there for so long and we just do love being part of it. But the grandmothers their presence is more than you think. And I think I'm going to make maybe another video talking more about this because I did bring this book down. It's called The Mist-Filled Path, and it's Celtic Wisdom for Exiles, Wanderers, and Seekers by Frank MacEowen. And it is just wonderful. It's got all kinds of, I've earmarked it and underlined, and remembering the mothering powers and the mothering heart of God. And I think instead of going longer on this video, I think I'm going to just read to you the chapter on this. But it's very, a rich and poetic book that seems to bring together the very best aspects of the Celtic vision of the world, warm, personal, and adventurous. This is a book that should be read by everyone remotely interested in the human spirit. And so it just goes on and on. It's just a lot of Celtic traditions, following the seasons, honoring aspects of ourselves that may be hidden, and very nature-based, and the mist-filled path. I mean, when I think of, sometimes when I wake up and I look way out into the woods and the mist is rising from the ground, which is going to start happening more here in October as it gets cooler in the morning. I love that. Something speaks to me, some ancient language, and part of it is in this book. So next time I will talk more about the mothering, remembering the mothering powers, and those grandmothers there are honored, and I am honoring and thinking of them right now because they just have a presence. And if you are a grandmother, I'm not a grandmother. I hope to probably not be a grandmother for quite a while, but I'm excited that hopefully I'll be blessed to have that happen someday. But I had grandmothers in my life that were such a wonderful influence, and there is nothing more special than getting that hug from a grandmother, or you smell something. My son came home the other night and talked to us about he's learning about the olfactory system. He's in medical school, and actually I have two sons in medical school, so I'm very proud of them. But they are working very hard and studying nonstop, and I don't see them much, and I love when they share. But they were talking about how the primitive our olfactory sense is, and he was learning that, and then he said there was something that they were doing or someplace they were, and he smelled something, and it took him right back to my grandfather, his great-grandfather Sam's little house that he ended up living into his 90s in. And he said there's a scent in that house that was so distinct, and I smelled it, and it took me right back. And that's that olfactory primitive part of our brain that really has stayed true, that keeps us safe, or it keeps our memories or things that we know are good or not good. So those are interesting. And I was saying my grandmother had those little soaps. They were like round flowered soaps, and they'd smell like roses and lavender. And I said, I can remember the smell of that lavender bathroom with like a powder puff and little lavender soaps. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you, and I'll continue on with the book, maybe choose some of my favorite parts of this beautiful book, The Mist-Filled Path, and let me know, do you have any thoughts on the grandmother energy? Are you a grandmother? Do you have any wonderful memories or sense of your grandmothers? And I'd just love to know. And I am wishing you a beautiful day, and I will see you soon.